Guys, what's going on and welcome back to Tenerife, where we've got a Liverpool quarter-final ahead of us in the Champions League. It's kind of important. I shouldn't be wearing their colours, I now realise. See you in a moment. So after Chelsea in the group stage and Manchester United in the first knockout round, 3 in a row, English-wise, at least it keeps the series relevant in that respect. It's always a bit of a danger doing a foreign team. Don't get as many clicks, but there's obviously other reasons for me taking Tenerife on here than just that. 2 legs, we'll do both of them. There's an Atletico match in between just to be annoying, but the league is 8 points clear. We drew a game recently. Well, you saw it, actually. It was the San Sebastian match. Only the one game in between. Beat Vigo 3-0. Nice and easy. Youth intake happened. We actually got a Korean through, so the affiliates are slowly working. Not that you'll ever see them. I will say it was a slightly disappointing intake. The Korean and this guy, the only ones of 3.5 star perhaps, maybe at most. But without any further ado, let's get into this Liverpool game because we've got to get 2 legs in today. And who knows how thrilling they'll be. For the first time in quite a while, we are actually at full strength. The only person injured is Mayorga again. Christensen's in goal, Tenorio, Harwood, Picard, Nedalea, Ryan Bag, just for being the better right back over the course of the season, even if he's being a moody sod at the moment. Valverde and Ravella, he's still performing. One of those rare incidents where he's unhappy but still actually working. The last 3 games, well, you can't really see it fully there, but they're in the greens. Valverde and Ravella in the middle, Faisal, Grealish, Merckx, Maxi Gomez up front. Just a brief reminder that Liverpool did put in a bid for Merckx in January. Laughable bid. 36 million, I think it was. 36 is what they went for. It cost me more than that 3 years ago. Yeah, Haaland up front, Shafino on the right-hand side, who has already tortured us once in Europe before, for AC Milan at the time, but we don't like him, although he was playing striker then, so I don't know if he's any less of a threat on the wing than he is up front. Who knows? Hopefully not. Wayleg first, Anfield today. Van Dijk at 36 still holds a starting spot apparently. I don't want to highlight any of their team out as being a weak link because I know if I do that, they'll immediately score. So we'll do the review afterwards. Tenorio, though, nice to have him back in the squad. He's had a little bit of a timeout. That made him sound like he was on the naughty step or something. No, he was injured. Maxi Gomez to Grealish. Merckx. Ooh, slide tackled. That very much looked like a clean tackle to me. It was from behind, though. Was Gvardiol the... Oh, penalty's been given. Okay. Gvardiol upended Merckx, apparently. Gvardiol was actually on my shortlist for players to maybe pick up, but as I've mentioned before, in a similar boat to Rossi at Man United, he's a left-back that is actually more of a centre-back, i.e. Harwood's role, which we already have occupied, and he's too good to play backup. So Maxi Gomez buries the penalty. What a lovely penalty, blimey. I don't know what's happened here, but the highlight started with Grealish getting a yellow card. Free kick on the side, Gvardiol nearly actually immediately gets amends there. That was weird. Worth saying, though, if that was a slide tackle on Merckx that gave away a penalty, was he technically not last man? Merckx, though, he got yellow carded, but should he have been redded? Because he was clean through on goal. Anyway, Faisal doesn't get to that. Merckx. I've heard and seen a lot of the merits of doing short corners, but quite frankly, I've done all right with regular corners. Harwood and Picard have 5 goals apiece, barest minimum. That was last time I looked. They might have scored again since then. I think they certainly have, actually. Castrovilli through to Shafino. I did ask if he was going to be any less dangerous out there on the wing. The answer is no. 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 I'm actually a little bit concerned that Christensen won't be goalkeeper of the year this year. I feel like he's conceded more this year than he has in previous ones. First half of the season was fine. That's why he won goalkeeper of the year, because his calendar year, of course. Hamede nearly gets something there. We might be at Anfield here, but 2 shots on target apiece. Ours are the better chances, apparently. Oh, so close to being right this time. Oh, of course, the penalty. I did forget we were at Anfield for a moment there when Shafino scored. I thought they just got the away goal. We've got the away goal. An away goal matters not that much when it's 1-1 because all that enables is a 0-0 in the reverse leg. Moresh puts the ball in. Oliver, the back post. Christian holds. Gvardiol back down. Ravella gets the ball. We do get the ball, but that was a weird choice. Merckx charging down this right-hand side. It's still Merckx. To the back post where Grealish is 2 away goals. Grealish, 10th goal of the season, actually. That's his. Well, he's only been here 2 years, but by far and away his best haul in a season for us. And I do believe that is double digits for both wingers now. Because Merckx was on 11 last I looked. Again, might have added more to that since last time I remember, but Grealish up to 10 gives both of them at least 10 now. 2 away goals is massive. They got Bayer in. Not sure how that happened, but there he goes. Charging in. Merckx now. Faisal. Oh, that's interesting. Sure where this highlight's going. Not a goalkeeper error, that's for certain. Cavadio. Oh, about to give it away, I thought there. Gusmao Moraes. Nice name. That's an 2-2. It enables a 0-0 and a 1-1 if that was to happen. This is a ridiculously good assist. Where did Vlasic come from here? Is he off? Oh, no. I think he was behind the central defenders. I think it's Tenerife who's played him onside there. We're actually going to see it with lines. It's when the ball's played, I'd argue the lines are wrong, but I think the right back's played him on. Because I think the line was given to the central defender there, not the left back who was off screen. Ravella's on a 6.4, which you never see. Pfizer's on a 6.2. I don't know why that's happened. Ferreira on. Ravella's actually a bit tired as well, so we'll save the booking there. Put McDonald on his favoured left. In terms of attributes and star rating, Valverde and McDonald are 4-star players. Ravella just a 3.5, but we've seen over the course of the season that Ravella is by far and away the most consistent performer. Christensen gives the ball to Grealish. Yes, Grealish does indeed get that, thankfully. Outwards to Michaelenko now. McDonald, 2 of the substitutes charging forward. Maxi Gomez is there. That really should have been 3-2. Resulting corner. Ball's put in, headed clear. And that was the last action of the game. So I'll just refix these again. Every bloody time. They did pick up 5 bookings, including their entire defensive line. I do wonder if they'll be without someone in the second leg. We've avoided yellow cards to important people. Actually, don't know why I just told them, but take the wrong thing. Dortmund take the advantage with Inter, but Inter with an away goal in the other game. Okay, so a 2-1 against Atletico Madrid in the game in between. Orsolini with a free kick. Maxi Gomez with a lovely work goal. Sol brought one back. Now, yeah, I'm not going to rest him. We play Liverpool in a quarter-final, and then there's a Spanish Cup final after this. He's not getting a rest. But what that will be is a nice opportunity for Dimas Lopez to start some games after the Copa del Rey final. Barcelona hadn't played, so back to 8 points. Although I noticed Real Madrid just lost again to a team in the bottom 3. So for the home leg, Christensen remains in goal. Of course, Tenorio, Harwood, Picard, Bermudez, I'm actually going to play out right back. McDonald and Ravella are going to take the Volante roles. Ravella has 17 assists. May have had a poor game last time out. May have dropped to 3 stars for some strange reason. But his average rating for the season is 7.51. So, yeah, he started. McDonald's going to be on the left-hand side. Valverde and McDonald both have 5 goal contributions. So there's not really a lot between them. In the interest of rotating, we'll keep McDonald there for now. Pereira is going to start ahead of an out-of-form Faisal. Grealish on the left, Merckx on the right. Orsolini may have scored against Atletico Madrid with that free kick, but that was a deliberate rotation. He's now at 10 goals though as well, so wingers getting the goals now. And Maxi Gomez, of course, remains up front, scores again, takes his tally up to 27 for the season. Now, we've played Liverpool 4 times, I think, at this stage, because the previous meetings tally was at 3, I believe, before we played them a moment ago. 2 draws and a loss are the previous 3 encounters. I'm not sure how we played them an odd number of times. Oh, Club World Championship was one of those. Yes, that's one leg. I believe we faced off against them in Champions League previously, and obviously the Club World Championship. So we did lose the Club World Championship one. I think we got 2 draws against them in the Champions League, and we think we may have progressed because of away goals in that situation. Much like we are right now as we kick off here. So we are yet to beat Liverpool. 5th time's the charm, eh? As that ball just... I don't know what happens there. Grealish capitalises on an absolute calamity from Liverpool. 2 minutes in, it's 3-2 on aggregate. We've got a goal. That largely doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things between 0-0 and 1-0, but this is bizarre. Utterly bizarre. But Grealish capitalising, we'll take it any day of the week. Vlasic on the corners. It's headed clear, and Merckx can counter with Gomez ahead of him. He's offside now. Back onside. He's offside now. He's distracted them long enough for Merckx to have a go. Merckx has run the entire length of the pitch and scored. It's 2-0 very early on. Tenerife massive, jumping and celebrating in the background. I say the entire length of the pitch. He's run from his own half at the very least. But yeah, Maxi Gomez, I think, deserves a little bit of credit there for occupying the 2 central players. Just keeping their focuses on him to allow Merckx to deal with just one-on-one effectively. And whilst that wasn't an example of it, I was sort of watching our team during the Atletico match and just sort of seeing how we sort of line up position-wise. There's been a lot of talk in this year's FM about strikerless being overpowered, particularly the 2 shadow striker formation because it kind of confuses the defense because they don't know whether to go for it or not. I think the 2DM situation with the Volantes here is a very similar concept in the way that the midfielders don't really know what to do when they're defending against it because they're not used to defending against defensive midfielders. And Atletico are running effectively the same formation, but just one further up. They were doing 4-3-2-1 or something like that, 4-2-3-1, one of the two standard formations. And you could just see our two DMs were, when we're in attacking situations, they were a good 5-6 feet away from their midfielders. They were always in a little pocket of space. So I think that's part of this formation. That's part of what makes it work. And then because the instructions in the Volante mindset are to attack once you've got the ball, they're there. They're basically just better box-to-boxes. They're box-to-boxes that confuse the opponents. Speaking of box-to-boxes, they brought one on in the form of Alaba. Whilst we're at home here, I will just announce that this is very likely to be the last season. So whether we win the Champions League or not, we'll see. But it looks like we're going to get to the semi-finals, barest minimum here. And nothing else has happened in this game. I forgot to make any changes as a result. 2 early goals, that's it. Probably should have made changes there, considering there's a cup final to come, which we won't focus on because we've won it 3 times already. I can't remember now. Inter turn it around. Late Esposito goal, although they only needed the 1 because of away goals. I think they're the lowest rated team. Oh no, Chelsea technically were. But yeah, there's no bad teams left in this. They're all in this stretch of worldwide reputation teams, Chelsea being the worst remaining one, as I just said. So Manchester United were the best team in the world, and we beat them already. How are Manchester United regarded as the best team in the world with 0 league wins and 0 cup wins? Well, that's broken because they do have league wins. Just clicking through to see how our opponent will be, and Manchester City nearly turn it around against Chelsea. Manchester City nearly overturn a 5-0 deficit, although it would have been 6-0 when they started scoring because 2nd minute, 4th minute. And Bayern don't turn things around against Juventus, so Juventus will be the opponents. I don't think we've played them. We have not. So this is our first encounter with the Italian giants. It'll be Inter Milan or Chelsea in the final if we get past Juventus. Inter Milan and Chelsea both behind us in the world reputation, and we've already dealt with Chelsea 1.5 times, a draw and a win in the group stages. So, and I'm actually going to take back what I said a little while ago. We will do the Spanish Cup final next because that will be episode 58. Episode 59 will be both legs of this semi-final, and then episode 60 will either be Champions League final and wrap up, or final game of the season and wrap up. One of the two. So I will see you for the Spanish Cup final next to see whether or not we can do another one of those, because this is almost looking like it could be trouble year. Almost a little bit annoyed that I didn't actually care that much about the Super Cup this time, because we could have done a quad again. Because I think the year we did win the Champions League, we did the quad. But it'd be nice to end on a high on 3 fronts, barest minimum. So I will see you for that Spanish Cup final after all next time out. Until then, ciao.